Alright, so today, gonna be continuing some Breath of the Wild. It's been a little bit since I've done this. I frankly don't even know why I've stuck with this master mode file for over a year, aside from the fact that, may as well just continue it. Not in the mood to restart the game anytime soon or anything like that, so... may as well progress. So we're in Gerudo Town right now. There's a few things I can do in the Gerudo area that I've noted. I've been doing some stuff in the background to mainly get like Korok seeds and such, and it's been a pain. Quite the issue. I think this is something I can do that I haven't done yet. Is this watermelon thing. If I recall... yeah, there's melons coming down here. If I recall, there's some lady eating them way up here, or something like that. It's been probably 3 years at this point since I've done this little quest. Yeah, there's the melons. There she is. Yo, lady! You gotta stop eating food and throwing it down river. You're polluting the water system. What's with you? How can I enjoy my snack with you staring at me, huh? Buzz off. Actually... what? Garbage. A small Vi is having trouble? Oh, sure. You can spring this on me out of nowhere and expect me to change my lifestyle. Well, no. I do what I want. Lady. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, he's gonna look at you like that with those dead eyes. Fine, fine, I get it. But I need something from you in return. Altruism is for suckers. Just once, I'd like to eat a wild berry. Yeah, I got like 30 of them. Sure, that's no problem. If you can bring me a wild berry, and I can hold off on eating so many melons. Sure. Why is a very common fruit, I guess not in this area, but a very common fruit, the thing you're craving so much? Just go out to the oasis. I'm pretty sure they sell them out there, maybe. They grow in snowy areas of the Gerudo. Yeah, I have tons of them. I'm not going... So, for any schmuck who doesn't have a wild berry, this lady's literally telling him, go up in the mountains and get me fruits. And then I shall stop harassing this child. You are a gross lady, you know that? Take the fucking berries. You need 10. I should have more than 10. I haven't been thinking about trash at all. Who can think while in a melon trance? What in God's name is a melon trance? What are in those melons? And you're having these things float down to a small child? What's wrong with you? I just can't believe the rinds I'm tossing are such a problem. It's all organic material, right? I'm feeling like there's some sort of my mind is probably dissecting this too much, but I'm thinking there's some sub-message about drugs in this. Yeah, here's your stupid berries. Sweetness! So that's a wild berry. It's delicious, and no rind to toss. What a magical fruit. It's like she's some sort of fruit junkie. If I have these, I may just be able to give up on other fruit entirely. But now I feel bad for the little Vi. Now that my craving's been satisfied, I realized how horribly selfish I've been. Shame on me. I'm gonna clean up all the trash. I really caused a lot of trouble, but now I'm gonna make it right. Sarkso. Okay. Let's go check on the little girl over there and see if she's all happy now. This is a weird mission. This is a really weird mission. Oh, I thought that was an actual sand seal on the roof. I was like, what the hell is that doing up there? It's a statue. I did it. You did nothing. I did everything. Ah, Vi from out of town. Zavolta. Hey, you listen to this. Some other vibe never met before helped me clean up the trash. Now the water trough is completely back to normal. You told her about the trash, didn't you? Sarkso. Seeing a Q without a U is annoying. Oh. I also got a Hydra melon from the lady who cleaned it up. I'll share. Kid, don't eat these melons. She said they're obviously laced with some shit. You don't eat this. Throw it away. It's not good for you. We need to get the drugs off the streets. Alright, so that's done. Oh. The sex room. No. I don't want this. Get me out of here. Link. You are too pure for this world. You cannot. You cannot partake in their lessons. Alright, so there's a mission for a shrine way down here that I've not done. So while I was just traveling around, I was getting these Koroks out here, and then I found some lady kind of toppled over on the display pad for the shrine to open it up. Well, to at least allow transportation to it immediately. And I couldn't get to it because the lady wouldn't move, and I came back here to town to talk to the bar place for a drink for her, and they said they don't have any ice. So I do remember the ice part of the mission being a real pain in the ass. Like, you have to get ice from here and then bring it all the way down to here. And this whole ruin system is filled with monsters. So that's what we're doing now. This may or may not go well. I don't remember. I've only done this mission... I did this mission twice. I did it once in my initial playthrough. And then I did do it on my first Master Mode playthrough 2 years ago. I remember it being easier the second time in well, the first time in Master Mode. I remember it being a lot easier than when I first played the game on normal mode. That normal mode, that was horrific. Now, I don't believe if you go through here and kill the monsters first, if it makes it any easier. I'm not sure if they respawn for the thing or not, because I would assume they would. I don't think Nintendo would be that charitable. Looks like I'm gonna have to fight some anyway. Oh, it's fire. Alright then. If there's gonna be fire ones down here, I'll get my bow and arrow ready. Hey, buddy. Stop moving! Thank you. There's another one. If these bastards stay away when I'm doing the ice, this may be a lot easier than I give it credit for. I have a feeling it's going to respawn them for this, though. I saw one briefly over here. Yeah, he's over there by the pillars. Hey, buddy. Oh, he dodged that. I'm gonna take these guys out just in case if it will let me do this with the set enemies already here. Plus, I can get some decent monster parts and other things out of it. Well, now that I'm out of Gerudo, I can change my outfit as well. Just so I can move a bit faster out here. Is that all of them? I think that's all of the Lizalfos then. So let's get the ice and see what happens, because I don't remember how this game loads in enemies after you choose the mission. Okay, good, you're down here. Oh. This is an ice house used for storing the ice brought down from the mountains. Seeing as we live in a desert, it's pretty important stuff for us Gerudos, so I guard the ice house 24 hours a day. Actually... I see. Well, if Ferosa wants ice, then you should bring her some. You're permitted to take some ice. You've taken the heat into account, right? If you move too slowly, the ice will surely melt. Ferosa has no use for water. Let's get this started then. I hope this works. Here we go. Please tell me they did not respawn. Also, the other thing, I need to stay in the shade as long as I can. Because the ice starts to melt as soon as you get in the sun. I have a feeling this may have worked. For some reason. No, if anything, it spawned even worse enemies now. There's bokoblins here. Silver bokoblins, if that. Trying to think. Crap. They are close. I just don't want to be in their line of sight. Don't look over here. Don't look over here. He didn't see me. Now I just gotta hope that there's more. There very much is more. So now we got two next to a fire. I don't know if I could do it over there. Would be an easy pass. So let me try something kind of stupid. That's the thing. I don't know if the ice is melting while I'm still in the shade or not, but I don't think it is. And there's bokoblin over there. Ah, I'm tense. Ah, this is lovely. Especially since that bastard's facing this way. Ooh, no. Fuck. He saw me! Stay away from the ice! This is a private mission. Hey, over there, this way. Bring the ice over here. Okay. Okay, yeah, no. Please, let me do this. You're... Well, whatever. I don't care who you are as long as you get my ice. Looks like the ice is in good shape. Sarksko. With this, I'll be able to make the ultimate noble pursuit. Sorry, but could you please let Polky know? Tell her that I made the best one ever and I'm waiting for her. Knowing her, she'll probably come running when she hears that there's an amazing drink with her name on it. Okay, so I have to go to the lady collapsed on the shrine, and she'll leave, I guess. And now those bokoblins are gone. Lovely. Thanks, game, for throwing them at me when I didn't... Well, at least I got rid of all the Lizalfos. I'll give it that. That made it probably a bit easier. But still. And now I have to go all the way down here. So... let's just go over and get a sand seal. And try to hurry up over there. Got one. I'll take this guy instead. Let's go. So recently I've acquired a lot of games over the past 2 months that I just haven't opened or checked on or anything. I've had a ton of packages in the corner of my office for a long time, and I just never got around to them. There are things I just... a lot of retail companies and such are selling off a lot of stuff because they ain't doing so hot at the moment. So I took advantage of that and bought a ton of crap from Best Buy, GameStop, and such. And the Best Buy game showed up and it was good. I played a little bit of it, and it's pretty nice. Birthday's the Beginnings. I got the Collector's Edition, and I'll talk about the game itself at some point later on, but the research... I spent 2 days researching this game and the history of Wada, the creator of it, who made like Harvest Moon and such, and the weird, just... sometimes when you look into a game, you just get the weirdest frickin' stories. And frankly, Wada's is not one that's particularly happy in some cases, but it's just a bizarre situation. That game, I don't know. It's weird. I'll get into that at some point. Maybe I'll rant about it later because I've already given 2 lectures about it to people I know, and they thoroughly enjoyed the story. But it's just bizarre. And the GameStop stuff I got... where am I? Wow, I went the wrong way. There it is. It's out there. Yeah, there it is. It's over there. No, it's over there. The GameStop games I got were alright. I got about 12 games, I think, from them. They were doing a bunch of mass sell-offs of their pre-owned stock from their warehouses. They're still doing it, to my knowledge, even right now as I'm talking, but I don't know if it'll be the case by the time this goes out. But they're doing these mass sell-offs of, like, you buy 2 games, you get 2 games free of their pre-owned stock. And I took part of that. And most of the games I got were in decent condition. Only one of them came with its original case, which was Just Cause 2. Everything else didn't come with its original case. It came with those stock standard game cases that GameStop does, which are pretty ugly looking. Hey lady, you got a drink waiting for you. Get off the pad. I need to access this thing. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to rot here. Actually... huh? Did you say best noble pursuit ever? Pfft, I'm gone. She gone. She just... I told her there was a drink at town, and she's gone. Lady, you didn't even take a sand seal. You're running through miles of desert to just get to town for a fucking drink. Two days later, a Gerudo tribe person en route to Gerudo Town found the burnt-up dried corpse of a lady in pursuit of a drink headed towards town. More news at 11. So yeah, I got a bunch of games. Let me see if I can remember listing them off, because there's an amount of them. Just Cause 2 is the only one that came with a case. Like, its proper case and everything. Then there's Just Cause, the original, for 360. Lego The Hobbit for 3... These are the 3DS games I'm going to list off now. Lego The Hobbit, Asphalt 3D, FES RPG Maker. I'm not sure exactly what the FES stands for, but alright. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, which I previously had owned at one point. That was actually my first 3DS game, and Ocarina of Time 3D was my second one, but I got rid of my copy a long time ago, and I got it again because it was free. What else was there? Scribblenauts Unlimited. And I think that might be it for the 3DS stuff. There was Street Fighter 4 for the 3DS that I had ordered, but I threw it away, actually, for two reasons. One, it was the most disgusting 3DS game I've ever seen, in the fact that the whole cartridge shell, they're eggshell white color. This thing was like a grody ass brown and red Cheeto color, and there was like crumbs and shit stuck in and underneath the label of it and in the pins for the cartridge itself. I cleaned that thing up. I gave it an authentic cleaning with the appropriate solutions, and I tried to make it usable. I had just recently cleaned up some of my Atari 2600 cartridges that were grody from 40 years of not being clean. I gave this thing an attempt to get it to see if it would work. I tried it I got rid of the crumbs in the pins first off and tried it on one of my crappy 3DSs to see if it would run. It wouldn't run. I gave it its cleaning, and it still wouldn't run. So I think the cart was dead. And frankly, I knew it was dead when I first saw it. It was the most gnarly 3DS cartridge I've ever seen. It looked like somebody had just eaten like a whole bag of Doritos or Cheetos or something, or like the spicy hot ones, and then threw the cartridge in their mouth and gargled it. That was what I first thought when I saw it. It didn't smell of anything, but my god, did it look horrible. Like, thanks, GameStop. That's one of the... There's only 2 times GameStop has given me a 3 times GameStop's ever given me broken things. The first time was when GTA 5 came out. I got a 360 specifically for it, but the game was sold out everywhere. So I went to GameStop once I saw that they had a pre-owned copy, and I went and bought the pre-owned copy. Now, keep in mind, I had never owned a 360 at the time, and I don't know if I've told this story before. But I picked up a copy of Grand Theft Auto, and I open it up, and I think it's the second 360 game I had owned, because the game that I got with the system was Halo 4. It was a bundle with it. I still, to this day, have never played Halo 4. I still have it. I have not played it. I've played 1 through 3. So I take it home. I look at the disc, and I do see that there's like a big cut in it in about the middle of the disc. And I thought that was just like a pattern in the disc, like, because CDs do have different patterns sometimes in them, depending on when it was made, what it was made with, what it has, what format it is, that kind of thing. So I just thought, okay, it looks different, but it's fine. So I played it for about a month, and then I'd say about 2 weeks after that month, because at the time, I'm not sure if they still do because I haven't looked into it, But GameStop did have a return policy for some stuff. And I think they still do. I haven't returned anything to them for a long time, and I surely didn't return this cartridge. I was just like, nope, fuck that. But about a month and a half passed, and I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and then the disc dies on me. So then I do some research into the cut that's kind of in it, because it's not exactly like a laser design, I noticed. It is actually more of like like a large, deep scratch. And I didn't understand how... Like, I didn't think it was a scratch at first because it was so perfect in how it was cut. Scratches at that point were just like the standard surface scratches that I had seen and that you get on discs. But this was like a perfect circular thing. I didn't understand that that was done by a 360 being moved and the disc being cut by the drive itself until I started to look into things and realize what I had. So GameStop did sell me a more or less broken copy of GTA 5. Now, on their part, they probably, if they noticed it, they probably tested the game, and yeah, it worked. And yeah, it worked for me for a while, but at the same time, it died. So, I'm not sure what kind, like, to my knowledge nowadays, because that was years ago, that was almost, God, GTA 5's been out since 2013. I got the game in, like, very early I got it in mid 2015. Was it 15 or 14? No, it was mid 2014 that I got it. So I got it about half a year later, because the game came out in fall of 13. And I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to probably accept those back when they have those deep scratches like that. But hey, I don't work for GameStop, never have. I don't know if that's something that they actually do check to see if the disc still works. Then, it's okay. But knowing nowadays how things are supposed to be done, you don't accept those. At least in a collector's sense. You don't, well, even just the layman's perspective, most people who own an Xbox know about this thing, and nobody wants those discs because 95% of the time they're dead. Ah, shit. I forgot I didn't have the Gerudo stuff on. You again. How many times must I tell you, Vo are not allowed within the town walls? You understand that you're a Vo, right? Do not return. Y'all a prejudice towards people who want to just visit a town, man? I just want to get in there. See me. Shit. Alright. So that was the first thing I ever got from GameStop that was busted. The second thing was I ordered online, and I've always been wary of ordering anything from GameStop online that's used, just because I prefer to get my stuff in person so that I know what I'm getting, and I can pick and choose. I'm so busy talking about this crap that I haven't been paying attention to this. Let me change the outfit, and then keep talking. Yeah. The fuck you gonna do now, Dora? Go back to exploring. So, the second thing was a copy of Crazy Taxi 2 for the Dreamcast that I had ordered on their website. This was when they just started up their retro thing that they did at the time. They still do, if I recall. Weird. It's weird for me to think that they're trying to do that stuff still, especially in their current condition. But I had ordered a copy of Crazy Taxi 2, and the disc was scratched to hell, and my Dreamcast would not read it, so I just returned it to the store and got my money back. And it was very non-eventful. It was just frustrating to me. I still don't have a copy of Crazy Taxi 2 because of that. And yeah, and then there was this Street Fighter 4, which I technically got for free, so I'm not even upset about it. I'm just amazed at how bad it was in its condition. It was, oh man, I've seen hundreds of 3DS carts in my day, and I've never seen one this disgusting. Okay, is there anything else I could do out here? Oh, I gotta show a glitch that I found. So, I was kind of informed on, I forget where. I don't know if it was Twitter, Discord, or what. This was many months ago. This was like 3-4 months ago. That there was a glitched area in the Gerudo Highlands where you could clip into the geometry of the world and go out of bounds a bit. Which, to me, for Breath of the Wild, sounds freaking insane. And I wanted to see if I could find it. All I had for reference was a picture of the wall area where the hole is in the world. So I spent a while trying to find it, and eventually I did find it, actually. It took a few hours. But I did find it. That's what the blue marker is. I forgot about that. So let's go check that out now. Get some better clothes. So it's this blue marker. Oh, the other games I got with the GameStop stuff. I forgot about the original topic at hand. So, yeah, there was Street Fighter 4. I don't think there was any other 3DS games. There was, now for the 360, it was the Two Just Causes, and Lego Indiana Jones 2. The Adventure Continues. And I did play that a little bit, and I owned the Wii version when I was a kid, and I got rid of it at some point. So I was like, I'll get this back on a more advanced system, technically, and yeah, it looks a lot better. The problem is that the game suffers from a lot of screen tearing. I was very put off by that and very disappointed, actually, that it looks better. It has a better resolution. The graphics look nicer. It still looks like the same game overall. I'm not sure if later in the game anything's different, but then I just kept playing the game and I realized that there's a lot of screen tearing going on, not in the foreground, in the background of the game. So if you're looking at Indy and the side character and such moving around and stuff, they generally look fine, but then you look at a little bit upwards at the background and you see a shit ton of tearing happening. And it was very noticeable then. I think it's down here. It is down here, I believe. Yep, that's it. Alright, so this is the hole in the world. It's right here at the La Parra Mesa. Right next to the Zerko Mesa. And a little bit southwest of the Dalit Forest and the Rutile Lake. I guess this would be a key identifier. There's this tree over here, but it's on the opposite right of that. There's this hole in the world right here. And you can go into it. Although I'm pretty sure I would die if I just fell right through it. So I'm going to just kind of carefully mosey on in. And we're inside the world. Yay. We're outside the boundaries normally of the game. And now we're just inside. Now the weird thing is I've been in here once, but the exterior wall of the mountain right here still has the climbing collision that you would expect on the outside. It's not like if you walked into this wall, you would just keep going and you'd end up back in the world normally. That's what I would expect. That's what happens a lot with things like in Skyrim and such. But no. When you're in here, you are quite literally trapped in here until you exit out that hole again or you teleport. Because this wall still has interior collision. So watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this the most majestic thing? And the rain still works too, huh? I never tried it with the rain. That's funny. I got a dumb smile on my face because this is the most stupid shit I've ever seen in this game. Look at this. Oh, man. Oh, that is glorious. Oh, it's magical. Yeah, like, yeah, here's the wall. But I'm just amazed. Like, normally, when you're in this position, you would either just get... Like, generally, you would just walk through the wall at that point. Generally, the backside of walls for this kind of stuff don't have collision. But it's like I'm just kind of theorizing here, but... Does every wall... Like, every surface in this game... Because the geometry in this game is kind of built from a water level that's below the map. And then they built on top of that. Are all the textures and wall layers in the overworld, like the ground and shit, does it all have collision on both sides of the textures? It's just bizarre. Because then I can do stuff like this. Look at this. I'm climbing the sky. Now, this does not go on forever. This goes on a fair bit. Monsters can actually spawn in here if you're in here long enough. I've had... when I was in here last time, Listalfoses spawn in here. And I'm pretty sure Choo-Choos can spawn in here as well. I'm just guessing. Just because Choo-Choos do kind of spawn everywhere. Can the wolf see me through this? It heard me, but it didn't see me. Yeah, they can hear me, but they don't see me. That is wild. And then because you're inside here and you're not supposed to see this stuff, you get extremely stretched textures on the inside of the canyon. So you get fun spaghetti messes of just string together textures that really should not be seen. Like, look at this. This is like Neapolitan ice cream right here. You get strawberry. I'm standing in the vanilla, and then you got chocolate. Neapolitan island, or hill, or mountain, or whatever. Yeah, and then you just get weird textural things like this. This is... I'm surprised Nintendo never patched this, because this has apparently been a thing since the game came out. Not a whole lot of people, like, talk about it, but... Or if they do, I don't pay attention to that, obviously, because I forgot about this for a few months. But it's just, it's one of these wild things that you can do in the game that you shouldn't. But because you can, you can. It's Breath of the Wild. Do whatever you want. Become a god. Climb the sky. I'm going to try to get out of here normally. I think the other problem is because of how this looks, I can't properly see where the entrance and exit is. So I'm going to try to get out of here. Maybe. I don't know if, Okay, no, I can see where I came in. I'm looking at the textures for this wall, and I think I see where I came in from. My other problem is I just hope I have enough stamina. Did I get any other games from GameStop? Now I'm questioning myself. Did I? Oh, I got one other. There was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which I actually tested and got sucked into playing 4 hours of last week. It's a great game. Black Flag's my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It's still fantastic. Graphically, I would say the Xbox One version's the best. But I still contest that the Wii U version, although it has slowdown, is probably still the best version of the game to play. Oh, wow, I just realized what that weird, like, texture over there was. It's the snow texture. I don't know if I'm going to be able to climb this. I noticed that this is the same color as that weird texture that's just like in the ground over there. But the snow texture seems to just kind of cut off at square jaggies once it's out of the viewer range in the ground. Like, look at that. I don't think I'm going to be able to climb out of this. So instead, I'm just going to warp. Just to save some time, because I don't want to spend 30 minutes trying to climb out of this thing. But I did want to show it off. I completely forgot about it. It's a fun little thing. Unlike all the rotting food here. I'm still wondering about this. Like, this is a very odd spot in the game. With all these mounds of, like, rotten foods and such. I'm pretty sure it's food. I don't know if it's just, like, garbage and other shit or what. I'm pretty sure it's food because I can see, like, melon bits in a lot of this. My question is it from her? Because if all of this is from her... What? Why? And how long has she been here? Don't touch a thing. I set the heat to the perfect temperature. An amateur like you will only ruin it. Lady, did you do all that behind you? You're gonna need Wally to clean all that crap up. And even then it'll probably take him 100 years. Is it still at the perfect temperature? Hey, it's you. You don't have to say a word. You come back for the recipes? About that, no? Oh! I'm out of here. She's a witch! She controls fire magic. I have no idea what's inside this shrine, so I wonder if it's going to be a puzzle or not. Probably will be. Yes it is, actually. Good. Bravery's Grasp. Oh, no. I hate this one. Oh, why did it have to be this stupid one? God damn it. Every time I do this shrine, this is a shrine I remember not just me having issues with, but a lot of people that would watch stream it and play it and such would have issues with this shrine. And it's never this part, it's that part. Man, if I knew it was this one, I would have done this on my own time. Because, like, I can throw a bomb over there, then glide over to the platforms and get up over there. But then once I detonate the bomb and get up on that higher platform to get to the one that's up there that'll get me up to him, I won't have anything to move the platform up to get to him. So I remember this being a real bitch for a lot of people, me included. Right now, I'm still trying to figure out, how do I do this? Do I have anything? No. This is going to be a real thinking moment. I'm not sure if my arrows would do much good here. Because if I shoot it up, it's not going to have... It's probably just going to hit that ceiling. Like, I know that that panel up there is... I don't believe that's attached to the... these weird formations in the ceiling. Whatever the structure is you would call it. I'm pretty sure that that layer of light is actually the skybox in this place. Regardless, let's give it a shot. Let's just try Ramboing it. Let's just go for it. Immediately I throw a bad bomb. I really hope that that is able to reach the switch. Okay, Link, come on, man. Link, come on, man. Don't even squander this. Come on. Shit. Alright, whatever. Let's just get this first. Alright, so what can I do with this? Can I leave 2 bombs here? I can, I guess. Now, if I detonate one, will the other go flying? They both detonate if I do that. What is this platform even used for? Actually, if I recall, I can cheese it like this. Yeah. That doesn't help my current problem, though. Okay, so we're here now. Now this is where everything gets stupid. I can't throw it over this, can I? No. It's just high enough to where I can't do that. There's no way in heck. Yeah, the bomb can't do anything with this. So let me try doing something really stupid. Okay, yeah, so the ceiling's low enough to where I can't do that. I can't let gravity help me here. Maybe I could cheese it? If I get on top of this? Thanks. Do not fall off, Link. Wonderful. So I need to be a bit back. I'm trying to figure out how I can cheese this to my own advantage. But I have to be very specific about how I place Link on this lantern, it seems. I actually don't know if this can work. Like, can it? I'm trying to think. Maybe. Keep going. Keep going. No, you little bitch. Come on. Oh, Link, why'd you do that? He just zooped off it. Come on, Link. Link, stop being finicky. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Aha! Yeah. That's how you do it. Alright, that was done. Well, now I know that the one with all the food and garbage is the one I really don't like in this game. One of the other games I did get was Downwell, the physical edition from Special Reserve. It's pretty nice. I've had Downwell in my Steam library for probably about 4 or 5 years, whenever the game did come out. It's a good game. It's a fun roguelike kind of thing. It's a weird one, if anything. And they had a physical edition of it that looked pretty nice, and I was like, sure, yeah, I'd like a real copy of that game. Is there another shrine I could do? There's one over here. I was a little taken aback. It comes with 2 of the same instruction manual. It came with a hardcover copy of the instruction manual that's kind of designed to look like a NES manual, but then it comes with a big glossy page booklet version of the same manual. So it's nice, but at the same time, it's just weird. Raven, you're mine. Tell the other ravens what you saw. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's a mood. And then I did get Xenoblade Chronicles, the Works Edition, the big Collector's Edition. I was mainly surprised that it's in a different fucking box than Xenoblade 2. Like, its Collector's Edition. So, the Switch has the biggest problem I've ever seen, and it's a variable problem, depending on who you are. To me, it's not. It's nice, but at the same time, it's like, wow, it really is inconsistent. Most Switch big box editions are all in different box sizes, and to me it's just like, so you had to submit design plans for the box and submit it to Nintendo for approval, then get them printed and stuff, and to me it's like, why are all these different companies, Nintendo included, doing this to themselves where they have to engineer a box for a game every time they want to do a big box edition? Like the Wii U had it very straight. They had just a standard big box with like the Yoshi's Woolly World, the Twilight Princess HD edition, the Amiibo Festival, Captain Toad, Mario Party 10. They all had a standard box size, and albeit that's because they all came with Amiibos. But even stuff like Star Fox Zero, and I hit the mic because I have my hand propped up, ow. Star Fox Zero and Tokyo Mirage Sessions special editions, although they're not exactly the same in size, they're like a millimeter different. Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade 2's special editions are quite different in that Xenoblade 1's special edition is a lot bigger than the Xenoblade 2 one by at least an inch or so, which to somebody's like, no, it's not a whole lot. For uniformity's sake, it is. But then it gets even weirder with like the Pokemon Sword and Shield double packs box and the Deadly Premonition Origin Special Editions box. Then Hyrule Warriors, not Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch. Its box is very different. The Witcher 3 has a different box for Switch. Puyo Puyo Tetris for Switch. If you got the big box edition of that, it's a different size. And yes, they did have a big box edition of that. It's actually the same price when it was at retail as a standard edition. It just came with some extra goodies. Link's Awakening has a different box size. It's just, wow, they really can't decide on a goddamn box size for this. I think I've already messed this thing up. Let me swing this. Because I was going to say, I don't think I can swing this. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Can I swing it towards me? Nope. The Hollow Knight Special Edition has a different box. It's just, oh, so many boxes. I'm a games collector, so I pay attention to this shit. It's just like, it's almost like PC big boxes where there's just all these different goddamn sizes and varieties. There's no weird shapes really, but they're just all these different sizes. And then when you put them next to all the standard Switch copies, which are these thin little PSP cases, it just looks really weird. I keep thinking I can jump onto that if I just give it enough momentum. Like to move around and such. Okay, let me try just swinging this then. Ah! I overcompensated. Oh, thank you. And I thought the previous shrine was annoying. This is becoming a bit much. Why? Wow, it actually saved me, though. I jumped too late. I jumped too late. So now that I've gone on a rant about games I've bought at GameStop that turned out to be pretty weird and or gross or broken or whatever, I've gone on a rant about Switch box sizes. Did I go on a rant about anything else? I don't think so. I tend to give lectures. That's my thing. That's why my professors have always loved me. Oh, crap! Oh! Ooh. Well, there I go. Ooh, I was gonna say that's gonna hit me. Come on. And I'm off. Woo. Swings are difficult to deal with, man. Okay, is this gonna be good enough? Is everything all good so far? I guess so. I think the hardest part's over now. Because looking ahead, it's just a bunch of spike balls in this thing. Okay, shields don't push them. Ooh, 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 do not swing into me. Do not swing into me. Oh, you bastard. Oh, no! Okay, it kept me here, but that scared me for a second. I was like, I don't want to have to do all that again. Give me a break. Oh boy. So this, I'm gonna have to do some stupid magic. I don't know what the switch does, but you never know unless you try it. Oh. You know, that's pretty useless. I'm gonna try and make the jump. Oh, I made it. Alright. Let's see what's past this door. The end. So I've had an Atari 2600 for about a year now, and I've used it a few times, but I've never really cleaned it or anything since I got it. And I cleaned the games a few days ago, but the console itself I did about a week-ish, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it was so grody. Oh man, I didn't realize how bad this thing was. So I got a bunch of Q-tips and used some cleaning solutions to get in between the spokes of the front of the console. And man, every time I went in with one of those things, it would come out completely black. It was so disgusting. I counted probably around 25 Q-tips I used on that thing, and man, that was one of the dirtiest things that I've ever cleaned. Korok? Yaha. Huh? I'm glad it's clean now, because now I can touch it without feeling grody, but jeez. That thing really hadn't been cleaned in, like, the 43 years it's been around. And yeah, that would be... I forget. I have a light sixer. I don't have a heavy sixer. I have a light sixer. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that came out in 78? I think either 78 or 79. I don't think it was 77. I don't think it was that early. I do know that the Light Sixer was the second revision model of the 2600, because the Heavy Sixer is the first version of it. The Heavy Sixer has like a metal plate in it, which is why it's even called that. And then they kept the same model frame for the Light Sixer. They just removed the metal plate. And then they made a new revision model, which is the normal one that most people had in the early 80s, was just the normal VCS. But yeah, that thing was absolutely disgusting to deal with. Oh man, I spent like 3 hours cleaning that thing very thoroughly and like checking the insides and everything. And the insides were, funny enough, really fine. There's a little crack in the shell on the upper left corner of the frame. And I thought, like, oh man, it's probably super dusty in here now. But it actually isn't. It's actually pretty damn clean, which is funny because I've opened up plenty of other systems that have had, like, openings in them somewhere. And they're always just totally disgusting inside. Be it 10 years, 5 years, anything. They just get super dusty pretty quick. But this one wasn't. This was pretty clean. I did use a little bit of duster in it, but it was pretty fine. I was surprised. The outside of it, I'm wondering if somebody at some point threw up on the damn thing, because not in the middle part of the sprockets, whatever, the little divots in the frame of the console. I don't know why I said sprockets. That's like a mechanical piece of some sort. I don't know if, like, somebody, like, spilled something on it or something, because the console works totally fine. The interior shows nothing to sign that off. But in the left and right corners of the little divots on the top of the frame, there was an amount of, like, gunk in it. Like, not dirt gunk like the majority of it was, just, like, food kind of gunk, but it was, like, really ancient. Which I did finally clean out, but it was just like, something happened to this system at some point. It wasn't bad enough to ruin the system, and whoever previously owned it at some point probably cleaned it up, but there is still a telltale sign something happened to this. Someone probably put like a coffee on it or something and spilled it and then cleaned it up. I don't know, whatever. The console works fine. It's the cleanest it's been since it's been out of the factory. Really? There's a Hinox in the middle of Hyrule Field? What the hell? How have I forgotten this? Or not known? I am now dressed up perfectly as a Hyrule Knight. Where am I even? West Hyrule Plains. I'm not exactly in Hyrule Field, but... Time to wake up, buddy. It's almost 10 a.m. in game. I'm missing. I'm missing. Got him. Got him. And I can't take any of these. The bow's the same. The sword's better, but I like how this... let's not go for looks. Let's go for sword. The meat is perpendicular. Magical. Quite magical. I love this place. You just run around in these nice open plains, fight a giant pig man, see foxes out in the distance grazing, weird jelly things come out and try to eat you, and you got perpendicular meat. This is life. This is most certainly the life. Alright, is there any other interesting things? I do have the 2 spots for the last memories found. So this is the one that I believe I was looking for at some point quite thoroughly, like over here or something. No, yeah, it was like over here. And it turns out it's completely in a very random location that I was not aware of. So it's out in the woods over there. I knew it was in a pair of woods, but I wasn't sure where. And then there's Zelda's tower, which I have not been to yet. So let's actually go to the tower first. Because the forest cutscene, if I recall, is like the most dramatic one. And I'd like to save that for last. Just for style points. Aside from cleaning my Atari, I also replaced the joystick on my N64 controller. Well, one of them. The one I use the most. Because the analog stick finally broke. And most people who have used the N64 know how horrible that joystick is. It is very bad. Very bad. So instead of just replacing it with another N64 joystick, I actually replaced it with a GameCube joystick. And it works very nice. I love it. It doesn't feel annoying to use anymore. I've always hated how slippery the N64 joystick is, let alone the fact of how loose it gets the more you use it. I hated how plasticky and slippery it was. So putting a GameCube joystick instead in it not only makes it feel more tactile and good to use, but it frankly works totally fine with the titles that I tested it with. Star Fox 64 works great. Majora's Mask works great. Wave Race 64 works fantastic. Paper Mario is Paper Mario. They all play the same, they feel better to play now. I don't know. I'm surprised I don't, like, hear about people doing that more with controllers, although I understand you want to keep the originality, which is fine. I already have plenty of original N64 controllers that still have the analog stick, but I wanted to make the system more enjoyable for me. And I'm not really someone who really likes doing that kind of stuff. I'm not someone who really likes modding things or doing anything like that, and even then it's a very small mod. That's more just a quality of life thing. If anything, it's gonna give me more of a incentive desire to want to play in 64 games now that I know that the controller is not hot garbage. Alright, buddy. You're getting cocky. Alright, I'm out of his range. Okay, this is the armory. You know? Let's go Claymore. Royal Guards bow. Ooh. This is about to break. Get rid of that. There's another bow over here. Just stock up on some munitions. And hopefully don't get hit. Crap. Yes, Epona, come into Hyrule Castle. Come in here on your back legs and hoof kick all the Lizalfos you can find. Pick up a sword, grow a hand out of your hooves, pick up a sword, and fight with me. Raw bird thigh. I'm always confused when I come in here and I just see all like this meat laying around. Like, this stuff's gotta be rotten. Unless, like, this room is refrigerated. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm on the opposite side. I need to get up over there to the tower. Lovely. I got turrets on me. Daruk. I'm gonna need you. Revali, come on, man. Revali, you bitch. Oh, this ain't good. Link, hurry. For God's sakes, man, you're moving so slow. Alright, 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 alright. Move. There's the tower over there. Get up here, away from the turrets. Oh, another one. Missed. That would have been bad if he hit me right at the moment when you're stagnant in the air for a second. Okay, let's run over there. This ain't good. This ain't good. Link, this ain't good. Why are you in the water, Link? Link, 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 Link. Crap. Well, this turned into a peachy keen experience. I need to get over there to that bridged area. I don't have Revali anymore, and now it's raining, so I guess I gotta wait. At least I can fight something. Shield's dead. Actually, I need to get under something, or else I will be shot by lightning. Let me go hide over here real quick. This'll do. At least I don't think I'm exposed to lighting. No, I shouldn't be. Well, this is, fun. Is there anything else I could talk about? There probably is. Oh, I turned on my Xbox One for the first time in about a year to install Song of the Deep. And to my amazement, I spent the next... Like, I wasn't actively doing it, I just had it going on in the background of my TV, but this stupid thing had to update for 9 hours. Thanks, Rivali. It updated not even every game, just most of them. Link, not now! Get on the platform! Whew. Silent Princess. So my Xbox had spent about 9 hours. I started at like 8 p.m. the day before, like 7, 8 p.m. sometime, and then it finished around like 4 or 5 in the morning was when I came back and found it finished. Because I know it wasn't finished around 4, but it finished between then. So that was a fun waste of time. Thanks, Microsoft, for having so many updates for your games. And I know you don't do the updates for stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance and such, which was the biggest update for some goddamn reason. It was 30 gigabytes. Warhorse, what are you doing with that game? I haven't played it in a year. Did you just, like, throw the DLC in the game for free now or something? Like, jeez. That would get me to go back and play the game. I'm actually kind of interested in playing the game anyway recently, just because I'd like to play something open world and interesting again. That's why I'm playing this right now. Read Zelda's research journal. Now, should I do what I've been doing with Oblivion and read it in a crappy Skeletor voice, or should I just read it? I'm thinking. Screw it, I'll do it with Skeletor's voice, just because that's like it's an in-joke with my Oblivion stuff. Today, I met with Impa of the Sheikah tribe and began my research into the ancient technology in earnest. Impa introduced me to Pura and Robbie, other respected members of her tribe. Tomorrow, I embark on an excavation with them. We hope to find ancient tech of which to operate the guidance stones. Today, we uncovered some ancient technology that we believe to have power to control the guidance stones. It is a rectangular object, small enough to be held in my 2 hands. Sheikah text is featured prominently on it. It is made of an unknown material, but we believe it is the same as a shrine scattered across each region. Impa proposed that I hold on to it for now. I hope that it leads to some new developments in our research. I had to take a water break for a second because doing that voice messed up my throat for a second. Alright. I'm going to try to keep doing it. Impa proposed that I hold on to it for now. I hope that it leads to some new developments in our research. The stone relic we discovered has been named. We are calling it the Sheikah Slate. We have not found any mention of a name for this object in the records we have unearthed so far. Nevertheless, Pura insisted that we call it the Sheikah Slate, as the relic is a slate made by the Sheikah tribe. Feels a bit on the nose to me. But it was not a fight I thought I could win. This voice. It takes a lot of... This voice takes a lot of air. That's the thing. It takes a lot of air and it dries out my throat very quickly. We did it! We were able to restore some functionality to the Sheikah slate. We have discovered that this stone slate is capable of producing images. Perfect likenesses of the things you point at all. Things you point it at. Oh, okay. Unlike normal pictures drawn by hand, this requires no artist to capture anything in perfect detail. I deeply admire the accomplishments of Sheikah technology. Still, I know that there is more to learn. There must be. We believe the Sheikah slate may have a function that will allow it to control the guidance stone. We must continue our research, and quickly. We have started training the champions who will pilot the divine beasts. It may sound rude that I found this unexpected, but Mipha mastered the controls with surprising ease. Daruk struggled at first, but eventually got the hang of it. Urbosa and Ravali both managed just fine as well. I can finally see the light of hope in our fight against the rising calamity. This is why I don't read the long books in Oblivion with this voice. Is that this is already getting a bit tiring to do with my mouth. Well, my throat. Next page. Robbie has restored mobility to many of the Guardians we've excavated. But we still have to find all of the Guardians. Records mention a greater number of them, and even other types. They are said to be stored in 5 giant columns that rest beneath Hyrule Castle. The thing is, no matter how I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. They must be buried deep. Were they perhaps designed to sense the appearance of the Calamity Ganon, and to only activate upon his return? Countless ancient structures are being discovered across Hyrule, but all attempts to enter them have failed. Records indicate that these are facilities designed to train the hero who is fated to combat the calamity. But the crucial activation mechanism remains a mystery. Is the Sheikah slate the key to activating them? That is Pura's theory. You can hear the voice slowly disintegrate as I'm running out of air and getting tired. That is Pura's theory, and I concur. And yet my experiments so far have been fruitless. Still, we must exhaustively investigate all means of opposing the calamity. We must not give up, no matter what. I spoke with Pura about the Shrine of Resurrection we have discovered earlier. As we speculated, this particular shrine is in fact a medical facility that has the power to heal. It also has a long-term stasis function that can be activated and maintained until healing is complete. In the war against the calamity 10,000 years ago, were the injuries so great as to necessitate such a facility? If so, I will remain uneasy until we have made all adjustments necessary to restore it to full working order. I can only pray that even if Calamity Ganon returns, our battle will not require the Shrine of Resurrection's power. Is it over? Is it fucking over? Okay.
Skeletor, you bastard!
Yes, you shall read everything with my voice, even if it's a half-assed attempt at the voice. It's gonna be a while before I do that voice again. I tell you what. Alright, let's watch cutscene. Because I need to rest my voice.
incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Alright. Zelda's dad's a bit of a douche. There's a gold moblin down there, huh? I believe that's the king's room down there. I'm pretty sure I'm done here. So I think I'll just leave. As simple as that. I think I'll just leave. I have a feeling that there is a Korok on top of Zelda's tower, but at this point I can't go back. Do I have a shield with me? A rusty shield? No. I was gonna say, I know that there's a Korok over here that requires a rusty shield that I have not given it. I will fight this Guardian for pieces, though. Hey, buddy. Oh, whoa, he's dancing. He's freaking out. Look at the front leg. Look at him. What you doing? Your legs are acting weird. It's like he's stuck on the tree. Oh, he is stuck on the tree. Whoa, what is this? Is this a glitch or what? He's like stuck here. Can I just hit him with the Master Sword then and get it over with? I can't be that lucky. I'm getting that lucky. I don't know how. Oh, now he can slide through the trees. Okay. Daruk will finish this off. This was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Alright then. Yeah, there's a Korok here that needs... Right here, there's a Korok here that needs a rusty shield for it, which I do not have one. And I have also scanned this whole area, and there are no rusty shields around here. So I can't just cheese it like that. I have to bring one here. Which is not going to happen for a while, I guess. Alright, so I got Zelda's cutscene. There's another shrine I could do over here. Speaking of Skeletor, since I just talked like him in an attempt for like 10 minutes, maybe 15, I have no idea. I've been watching a lot more He-Man again. I like He-Man as a series quite a bit, and I did some stupid research, just like, you know, I've been watching this show for years. Who actually is Skeletor? And funny enough to me, which I never realized, there actually is an answer to that. And it's a really weird answer that I wasn't expecting at all. So if you don't want to know who Skeletor is, like his actual identity and the story behind it, then I'd suggest muting now for like 5 minutes or so or whatever. Alright, have you done that? Good. So, first off, what is this? Build and release. Oh, it's a stasis one. Okay. So, Skeletor is a nemesis of He-Man. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the rules. But I've been wondering, like, who actually is Skeletor? Because he's just this skeleton man who does stupid crap to try and rule Eternia. And that's about it. That's the whole premise you generally get with the guy. But I was curious, okay, who is he really? Like, what person was he before? Why is he doing this? Is there any info? Did they develop him enough to actually do any of that? And funny enough, they did. Both intentionally and unintentionally. And what I mean by that is that they did, but they never actually got the chance to really develop him in the actual original series. There we go. So in the late 80s, well, mid to late 80s, when He-Man was winding down, Mattel eventually, well, the series eventually was canceled and such, and I'm excited for them bringing back the original series and finishing it, which they may actually cover this stuff in that. I didn't realize, I just thought of that now. They're actually, depending on how, I think, Kevin Smith maybe? No, not Kevin Smith. I don't know. It's some celebrity dude's directing it that I'm aware of, but I don't remember his name. They might actually cover this whole topic. Weird to think about that, but I'm talking about it now. So, Skeletor is the evil skeleton man who wants to rule Eternia and gain the powers of Castle Grayskull. And as it turns out, he originally was King Randor's brother. As weird as that is to me, he's He-Man's uncle. Skeletor is He-Man's uncle. That blew my fucking mind. So, King Randor had a brother. Now, King Randor's dad is King Miros, who went missing and was eventually found in one episode, I believe, and then he, weirdly enough, was like, no, I don't want to resume being king. I want to go off and learn what Eternia is now, and he kind of became a vagabond or something. It was weird. So King Randor's brother, when they were kids, was Keldor. Keldor is Skeletor's real name. And Mattel thought of all this in like the mid to late 80s as like an arc for the series, and then they just kind of canceled it when Filmation canceled the series. And some former writers from the original series did say that Mattel kind of thought of this up on the fly as something new to do with the series, but then it just never happened. But in lore, it is actually canon, apparently. So, Keldor was a sorcerer who went to train to become a master sorcerer, and somehow through his practices winded up accidentally getting sent to another dimension, presumably for who knows how long in that other dimension. Regardless of that, he came back as Skeletor, which is where the whole thing of Skeletor coming from another dimension comes from, with the character, that information being established and all that, in the show and other things like the comics and such. And basically, Keldor became Skeletor in this other dimension, and there's a lot of hints, even late in the show, the series, but mainly in the comics, about how Keldor, well, now I'm getting the characters mixed up, Skeletor does not want Randor or He-Man to find out who he really is, because he knows who he really is. But none of this really happened because... You're kidding me, I can just hit those things with bomb arrows and they go in? Wow, this level is now nothing. But Mattel never got around to doing it. Just the identity of this guy is weird to me. The fact that this magical, evil skeleton man, yeah, is, He-Man's fucking uncle and Randor's brother. It's just weird. It's as weird as me finding out about Miros. And, like, how there's, like, the previous king is still alive, and then he comes back and just becomes some weird dude who wanders the land. It's just like... Oh, this show, I love this series, but it's just like, what the fuck is with this family? You got Randor, who seems frankly the most normal out of any of them. You got Prince Adam, He-Man, who is like super Jesus God. Then you got Skeletor, who's skeleton magic man, and then the granddad, who's this dude who's like, oh no, I'm gonna go explore the world. You can have the kingdom, my son. I don't want it anymore. I don't know anything anymore. Not even talking about She-Ra or any of like that side of the whole universe and story. It's just like the Eternia side of stuff is weird. The Etheria side of stuff is more normal, frankly, if you think about it. Oh, I can't do that, huh? This shrine wasn't difficult at all, but I took a weird amount of time in it. I was just kind of exploring it, I guess. And that's the weird thing. Finding out this information hasn't ruined the series in any way to me. If anything, it actually makes it more interesting, because it's like, oh, that is a twist. To me, at least. Filmation and Mattel actually put a little bit of effort of thought into the later parts of the series and try to make it a bit more interesting. They just didn't get around to doing it. Alright. Skeletor talk over. Now, in the meantime of this, I've been playing I'm kind of cutting down on like the YouTube stuff and all that, just because I'm trying to chill out a bit on it and have my own fun with games again. Not to say that this isn't fun. It's just like not something I feel like I really want to do every week constantly, because I went a bit nuts since January through April with stuff, and I think that's good enough for now. Now, that doesn't mean anything's over. Oblivion's still going on. Final Fantasy VII Remake is basically on hiatus. I kind of just stopped after the second part of it, even just like on my own. The game looks great. The characters are fantastic. It didn't hook me. Which is funny enough because Final Fantasy 15 hooked me. Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't hook me. I don't know if it's just the open world part of it, maybe the characters, or what. I have a feeling it's just the lack of the open world, because, like this, I've been really thinking about playing Red Dead Redemption 2 a bit again, although I haven't yet. But I've been playing this game constantly on my own, just doing Korok stuff and, like, other things. Just resources and getting materials and stuff. It's fun. Even if it's mundane stuff, this game is fun to me. But I've also been playing Wind Waker HD for the first time, like, intentionally for the first time. I've played it a few times and it never clicked with me. Now, the thing about that is that Wind Waker, the original for the GameCube, is one of my favorite games, and is one of the first... it was the second game I played on the GameCube. We got a dragon? Oh, yeah. Which one? Dinreal? Yeah, it's Dinreal. And so Wind Waker is one of my favorite games. I hated the HD edition. I hated how much bloom there was in the game. Even when I started up to play this time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and actually play this through and see how different it is and how much is like been improved or anything like that. And there's a few improvements, and there's still some annoyances I have with the remake. Now, the bloom is still the worst part of the game to me, but the more you play it, the more you get used to it. And there's been a few good things I've noticed with the remake. Namely, when you get caught at Forsaken Fortress. They fixed up a few cutscene things and such, which is nice. When you get caught in Forsaken Fortress the first time, and the Rock King, the giant bird, catches you and throws you off into the distance, and then you end up at Windfall. When he throws you out into the ocean, in the original version of the game, it literally shows you getting thrown out into the ocean. In the remake, it shows you being thrown into a black void. I think that that's a better approach to it, because it's like, where's he going? It's just like you've been thrown into the abyss, you're passing out, and then you wake up at Windfall. That's a better approach to it than just showing Link literally flying off into the ocean. Regardless, I'm at the Forbidden Forest, or the Forbidden Woods, whatever the... I've done Dragon Roost, and... yeah, that's about where I am. I'm at the Forbidden Woods, or whatever. So I'll keep playing that on my own. I've also been playing a lot of Jurassic World Evolution on my own, which I think I will compile into a highlight video. I have not played any for, like, this, just the channel itself. Oh, nice of you to show up right at that time, Choo Choo. So I think I'll compile a little highlight video of my playthrough of that, because I have been recording myself while I play it, just because I kind of expected things to get crazy. I'm going to warp out of here so I don't have to deal with these guys. And yeah, some crazy stuff has happened, and the game's quite enjoyable. It's quite enjoyable. I will say, though, that there's enough downtime, and it's very stagnant enough to where if I did do, like, a full release of the recordings and such, it would be the most boring stuff I have ever put out, and man, you don't want to watch just, like, 3 hours of me going, like, ah, great. The finances. The raptor got out. No, that would not be fun at all. And I knew that immediately once I started up the game, because I was thinking about, well, should I do full recordings? So I haven't even been saving the full recordings. I've been removing them because they are massive files for how long I've played them. But I've snippeted them all up into little cuts to be compiled into a larger single video of just a highlight thing, I guess, at some point. I still have the frickin' Shenmue 3 one to make. That one I've been putting off for months because of how long those videos are and how long it went on. I've edited the first, like, 2 bits into snippets for me to edit and figure out and pick and choose and such. But that game went on, that's like a 25-hour long game. And you want me to just rewatch all that again and edit it? It's like, oh, man. I had to do that with Pokemon, and that took forever. What am I doing? I'm off. When I'm just talking and rambling, I tend to just go off and explore and do random stuff. I'm noticing that. I'm not paying attention. I'm here to do a shrine. Oh, this shrine. Right. So this was one that you had to get you had to like tame a deer and get it on that platform. I think I took a photo of that. I did. Yeah. So, wait, no, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, you had to tame a deer and put it on the platform. This was that moment. Here's some other photos of just me messing around in the game again. I've never seen this place before when I've played the game. It's some weird little, like, mini shrine, like the ruins of a mini church shrine thing or some other, near Hateno Village. It's in that weird, like, horse racetrack area that's filled with moblins and such. I was surprised to find Hyrulean settlements on Mount Death for some reason. Like on the far northeastern side and a little bit on the southeastern side, there are ruins of Hyrulean settlements in Akala. Like they're on that borderline of Akala Death Mountain. And this is a shot next to a garrison that used to be there. And then there's also a town to the south. It's like Shadow Hamlet or something. What is this? Oh, wait. I remember this. Oh. I remember taking that video because I heard that sound that person made while they were fighting the bokoblin, and I was freaked out for a moment because I just heard that sound in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, is someone here? Godzilla. What is this? Oh, right. These are all videos I meant to go back and review but never did. So, of just weird occurrences that were happening while I was playing the game. So there was the weird, mysterious person sound in the woods. Then there's this, which I did actually manage to catch on video, huh? So I remember seeing this out of the corner of my eye, but then it just vanished and I didn't know what had happened. So I guess it just kind of voided out once it hit the ground. That should have been a shooting star. I think. I would assume that would have been a star fragment then, but it just vanished. What is this one? I'm fighting a Lionel. Oh, he just vanished right next to me, that's why. Okay. Yeah, just weird things. Double rainbow all across the sky. Sad to say, rip that dude. Is there anything else here? I haven't looked in this file, like this folder of things, in a long time. So now I'm just curious what's going on in it. I only tend to snapshot things when things are weird or have importance to something. Okay, that was a little weird. I'd say this is a weird and important video because that was weird and Vargfriend is important. I still have my Witcher 3. My Witcher 3 snapshots. Oh, this is so fucking dumb. Like, I love The Witcher 3 on Switch just because they actually managed to get the game working on it, and it's a technical marvel how they could do this. But man, there was some fun glitches in this game. I gotta say, there was some fun glitches. There were some good ones. Oh, this must have been when I first found it. The thing. Just hanging out. Now I'm getting a little, lightheaded slap happy from laughing at that stuff. Alright, so yeah, that... Getting back on point, let's do this shrine. I still haven't even changed out of the Hyrule Knight armor stuff. I need to do that. Ancient Trifecta. Okay. What does this shrine encompass? It's a make the block sit on the pressure plate kind of level. Oh, lovely. Thank you for that. I mean, can't I just do this? Yeah. I don't know why they would think I would use the little platform here to do this. Oh. Maybe. Maybe the blast radius can hit it? Yeah. That's how you cheese. Now, is there anything else I can do aside from the cutscene? Because that cutscene's where I want to wrap up for today. Are there any other shrines I haven't done? Any other weird things I haven't shown off? There's a shrine over here. I don't see any other shrines, I don't think. Looking at the map. Once again, this place, Koholin Island, is going to be its own entire thing at some point. I think I'll just do this shrine and then go to the cutscene. I think I'll save the Birthday's the Beginning lecture for some other time, because it's a long-ass lecture. I'm bound to just kind of talk about it for a while is the best way I could put it, just because it's a lot of stuff and it's weird. Like, not necessarily like out there weird, just like, well, this is kind of unfortunate, this is kind of expected, this is hopeful. It's just a lot of weird mixed feelings. All I can say is that that game was actually fucked over by this game and Horizon Zero Dawn. Because it came out when this game came out and Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and the reason that not a whole lot of people either remember it or know about it is because of these games. If only I could cheese this by jumping up there, but I know I can't. Is there something else I need here? There's nothing else here. What the heck? This is strange. So it's quite literally just... Oh! I got it. Nice. That was easier than I thought it would be. Even with no direction as to what to do. I am looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima. I have the special edition pre-order, not the big collector's edition with like the mask and stuff. That's way overkill and very expensive. But I did get the special edition pre-ordered. It's the Steelbook one, I think. And that game looks like Sekiro mixed with this. It looks like the perfect Samurai Champloo open world exploration samurai game that I kind of want, like a lot. I love the aesthetics of that kind of thing, kind of the Ronin-ish general design of like characterization and such. I love that kind of stuff. And to get like a Breath of the Wild-esque kind of game like that, maybe I've still only seen the gameplay footage Sony's put out of it, but it looks like it. And it looks great. It looks beautiful. And it's also going to be one of the last Sony PlayStation 4 titles, which would be a hell of a send-off if it is anything close to Breath of the Wild. That would be a amazing send-off for the system. But it just looks fun. It looks interesting. And if it is like this, I'm probably going to spend the next couple months playing that game. Whereas with things like Final Fantasy VII, I fell off of. Animal Crossing, I've still been playing plenty of my own on. But I would also have to debate whether or not if I want to kind of do what I do here, where I just kind of put up a vid every so often of my gameplay of it and kind of do the important stuff here. Or quite literally just only play it for YouTube and such in recordings, or so it would capture the full experience of it, or just not do it at all and just play it on my own. I really am not sure what to do about it. I'll decide that when I get the game. But as of right now, I'm indecisive still. I'm not really thinking about it a whole lot, to be honest, but yeah. It's piqued my interest quite a bit. It's probably the first game I've been authentically excited for in a while. Like, Final Fantasy VII I was excited for, but that excitement died pretty quick as soon as I progressed enough in the game to be like, okay, this is gonna be like 50 hours, and I don't have the time for that. Story's great in Final Fantasy VII. I love the characters a lot. Barrett's amazing. Wedge is amazing. The characters are all amazing. I just don't have that committed attitude to play that game for that long. The gameplay cycle, the RPG cycle in that game is great, but to me that would be great as like a 20-hour experience, like Final Fantasy 15 was, where I beat the game in 18 hours. You telling me that just the first part of that game is going to be like 40 to 50 hours? I'm not sure that gameplay loop can really catch me that much. There's only so much you can do with a simple action RPG in the style of Kingdom Hearts like that. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts. I like it. I play Kingdom Hearts games for the story, as dumb as that is, more than the gameplay. And even then, it's just to try and fill in the stupid holes and answers that I have about the series, because fucking Nomura. God damn, that series is a mess. Frankly, I still feel that Kingdom Hearts should have been like a one-off game. I never understood why. Like, I've always been surprised. I've been playing that series for near 20 years now. And I'm still surprised that Kingdom Hearts is a multi-game series. For some reason, it just surprises me. It really does seem like a game that would just have been a one-off. Just Kingdom Hearts. And I remember all the merchandise at the time, the adverts, the game itself was pretty well received. It just seemed like such an outlandishly bizarre idea in the first place that it would have been one of those kind of cult hit games. Wow, you killed your friend. That's funny, man. I rarely see the NPC... I had bomb arrows. I thought I had normal arrows. I rarely see the NPCs in this game fight and kill each other. That was weird. That was some Doom stuff. How, though? I'm not annoyed I got the Korok seed. Dude, I'm supposed to jump in this, not swim in it. I've swam in many of these throughout the years of playing this game, and I've never gotten one of these Koroks just by swimming in it. You always have to jump into that. Weird. Whatever, I'll take it. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is just one of those games that I feel... It's just such a weird game. It should have been just like a one-off thing, and then people would have liked it, then it would have vanished, and then, like, 15 years later, it would have been a cult hit or something. But no, they kept going with it. And the story kept getting more insane and weird. And now there's skeletons everywhere. I think one of the heads just fell down. Regardless, I ramble, I talk. That's what I do. That's what I do. What is that? Is that supposed to be like a broken scaffolding? What is that all the way down there? Is that a Lizalfos? I'm gonna teleport out of here, but I just want to see what the heck's going on down here. There's one of the arms. Is that a Lizalfos? Really? I didn't realize you could go down here without dying. I thought it would void you out. Yeah, no, it's a Lizalfos. Weird. I'm out. Let's go to that cutscene then. And I do have another GameCube joystick on the way. But this one is actually to replace the one in my GameCube control, my actual GameCube controller, because I've been using the same GameCube controller for well over 15 years now, and the nub on it is pretty disintegrated. It's still usable, but the upper right corner of it is like sludge now because of how much I've used it. And it's starting to ruin how I can play F-Zero GX, so I'm getting a brand new stick to replace that one with. The controller itself is still one of my favorite controllers. I've used that forever. Okay, so the scene is back here. Let me change outfit. Oh, right, I do have the Fierce Deity outfit now. I recently got the Majora's Mask amiibo for the first time, so now I can actually get the Fierce Deity. Ah, I can speak English, yes. Enunciate. Oh, this is funny. Kaya Wan Shrine. Come on, do it. No, now it doesn't want to do it anymore. I was having fun with the... Yeah, there we go. Yay. Yay. Make the game confused. Oh no. The game doesn't like me now. I've done a bad thing. The red soul of twilight blooms on the horizon. Skip, skip, skip. Alright, let's go to the, enough fooling around. Let's go to the cutscene then. It's the last cutscene too, so I think Impa gives me something for it? Maybe? I know she has something to say about it, but... It's these woods over here. Oh, I didn't know this guy popped up. And the banana boy. Lovely. I love when these guys scream like that. It sounds like they're freaking purring. It's so weird. Alright, for real. Let me change into my normal outfit. And it should be around here.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Oh, these guys... The welcome wagon's here. They don't want me to see the last cutscene. Oh, that's funny. Oh, no, he took it back. Alright, then you guys want to play rough? I'll play rough. Time for... No, I don't want the bokoblin arm. I want to recall a moment in time when things were going pretty bad, if I recall this cutscene.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
And that's it. That's all the memories. You found the location of all 12 pictures. Goody. Do I get a prize? You found all locations in the pictures. Go report to Impa. Okay. To Impa! Away! Impa, if you don't give me a big inflatable alien toy of some sort like you would at like an arcade, I'm going to be very upset with you for not giving me my due prize. I spent a year and a half trying to get these memories back. I better be compensated. So the sword has been returned to its rightful owner. Just as I expected of you here. Have I not talked to you since I got the Master Sword? That was over a year ago, Impa. Damn. Yeah, I got the sword. I got the sword a while ago, Impa. It's not new. Yeah, I got all the champions too. That's the thing. Now you all serve the same purpose. Yes. Yeah, Calamity Ganon, I know. I'm not doing it again right now. I'll do it again once I get the rest of the shrines and stuff. How are you faring thus far? No, all 12 pictures already. What do you mean already? You visited every place? Yes. Okay. Then I suppose it's time I will reveal the location of the final memory. Eh? Here is what happened. She moved. She's moving. I thought she was a sentient pillow creature. This is the final picture. Okay, where is it? Oh, Fort Hateno. I forgot, they do a cutscene with Link when he's knocked out and stuff, and oh, the champion's tunic. I forgot how long it is until you're able to get this item. Like, this is the signature clothing piece of the game, and you can't get it for a large part of the game if you don't immediately just beeline all of the locations. But even then, you'd still spend tons of hours looking for those locations if you hadn't done it before. It clashes with the white I'm wearing, so I'm going to go back to the red. There we go. That looks a lot better. But yeah, so Fort Hateno. I'm just going to go there on foot. First, I'm going to get another heart piece, though. Nice. Alright, so let's get out of here. If you hear the whistling a bunch, it's because I'm exploiting the game's run system. Ah, come on. Because I'm having to use my index finger on the analog stick to steer Link while I use my thumb on the D-pad to keep doing this while I'm mashing the B button. This is a very good exploit for just running across a large area fast without losing stamina. Ah. The stupid thing I don't like about the D-pad on the Pro Controller is that when I push down, it sometimes triggers the left or right stick on the D-pad doing stuff like this when I'm only holding down on the D-pad. Aside from that, I very much love this controller. The Pro Controller is one of the best ones. Okay, I could glide down this. Then I'll use Rivali to cross the river. And Fort Hateno should just be up ahead. Is there a Korok up here? No? Just minerals? Alright. Alright, so there's the fort. So it's just somewhere in this area. I'm pretty sure it's close to the front of the fort, like somewhere around here. It's not over here. Let me check further over here then. It's gotta be somewhere over here. The picture shows it like somewhere over here, maybe? Hmm. Which one of these? Okay, it's that one. There we go. This is my least favorite part of the game, is when I'm very specifically looking for something, and then I can't find it because I'm just not in the exact right spot. Which doesn't happen a whole lot, but with these photos, it's almost every time. And the photos are like 1% of the game's content. So it's not a common thing where I get annoyed like this, but... Man! This is boring. This is quite... not fun, TM. Horse. You look like the horse out of Spirit. Man, I really would have thought it would have been around here somewhere. If it's one of those things where I have to stand in the exact spot, that's going to be fun to find. Because I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be in front of Fort Hateno. And it's nowhere near the entrance. Given the angle that the photo was at, I would have thought it would have been over here somewhere. But so far I haven't seen any evidence of that. So now I'm just wandering aimlessly in the same places. Let me try out over here then, a little bit further back. No, it's not even around the bend over here. Maybe over here? No. Like from the photo, I would have thought it would have been around here. Just like this area right here, I would have thought it would. But there's nothing. I don't get it. Do I have the photo? I don't. It's at Impa's. But at the same time, this is how stuff looked. Maybe it's on the other end? Maybe I'm just viewing the perspective wrong? Like maybe it's over here somewhere? I don't think so, because they were facing to the right in the picture, which means that the person taking the photo would have been to the left. Ooh, this is quite a escapade of confusion. I really don't want to have to scour this whole field just for this thing. That's gonna take hours. Oh, thanks, man. You blocked that rock with your dead body. The energy has dropped considerably. My hyper excitement for things. Oh, the Master Sword's back. Yay. That's nice. Like, come on. From the photo, and I'm a photographer, seeing where the photo was taken, it should have been, like, over here. Like, right around here somewhere. Because it would have been taken at this angle. Like, the photo looked something like this. So it should have been taken around this general area. If they literally made it so it's just like, here's a photo of the area the photo was taken in. It's not in the specific area where the photo was taken in, it's just in this area of the map. Have fun. Then, ooh, that's gonna be bad. Wait a minute. There's a mission objective back in Kakariko about this, huh? Have I just been wandering around getting ahead of myself on the mission when I have to talk to something or look at something to initiate the thing spawning for me to be even able to do it? Ooh. That's the kind of design philosophy where I don't appreciate it, because that's something that happens a lot. That doesn't happen too much in this game because there's not too many direct missions, but man, does that happen in Elder Scrolls games, Fallout games. That's more a Bethesda thing I'm familiar with. Yeah, I gotta go back here again. So what is this? Let me take a closer look at this. Alright, so there's that pillar right there. And there's guardians around. Is there anything else? The only identifiable thing I can see from this is that pillar. Because the mountains don't really give me a whole lot, aside from that right there. Okay, now the mission objective changed to Ganon. So where would that be, though? Like, I know there's a pillar around here, but there's not that many guardians, like, further up the road over here. I'm gonna just teleport over here so I don't have to do the stupid run whistle. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think spatially, knowing the geography of this area. It still should just be in the general area, I think. Because I know this cutscene takes place near Fort Hateno. That's kind of the thing. That's where Link went down in the game and became unconscious. Well, was taken away by the Sheikah to become unconscious so he could be preserved and healed and all that. I'm just trying to think where there's, because that's the thing, there's so many of these things out here. There's actually a fair amount right here. Ooh, do we have a contender? Let me look at the mountain line again. Ooh, we got some mountain lines that are identifiable to me, at least. That pillar over there looks the most like it. But at the same time, there's not really any guardians over here. There's this water over here, though. Got a banana boy. Get rid of him. We dodged it. There we go. Not in the mood to deal with him right now. Where is this thing? So I'm trying to line this up right. So this is in the background. The mountain lines don't... The mountain ridges don't match up, though, when I do that way. Like, it matches up over here, maybe? But then there's not enough guardians around again. And they're all coming after me now. I now have a feeling it's somewhere around here then. Because there's supposed to be little ponds, bunch of guardians laying around. That pillar looks promising. And it lines up with the little ridge right there and the mountain in the background overwatching it. Found it! Ooh, yeah! Yeah, this is it. All the guardians in this little swampy area. The mountains helped actually a lot, which surprises me. So let's watch this. This is the last cutscene. And my cat is meowing.
Link, save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run! Was that the power? Huh? No. Link, get up!
He's dying.
You're going to be just fine.
Fi from Skyward Sword. Although I've always called it Fi. I know people call it Fi. I've always called it Fi.
He can still be safe.
I don't know why.
Princess!
Oh, Naruto.
Princess, are you alright?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands. Link,
Yes.
you have recovered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle. It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
But I already did. Don't patronize me with telling me to go kill Ganon. I already did that once, lady. You save yourself if you're so powerful. No, I'll go do Ganon again after I get the rest of the shrines. I'm surprised how much further away from Fort Hateno that cutscene takes place. I always thought it was right outside the fort for some reason. But alright then, so a lot of shrines got done. Mostly finished the story progression. And all that's really left in the game, I guess, is just the remaining shrines. So I think I'll call it here for today. So thanks for watching. And see you next time. Have a good night. I heard a banana boy right as I was about to shut everything off. You. God damn it. I was about to shut everything off, man. I gave my outro, I gave my little pause at the end, and you showed up. Try getting me in here. Hey, Caleb. How's it going? Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do now. I gave my outro. I did my thing. The thing is ruined now. The bit is ruined. I'm now lost in a limbo of post playing the game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Geralt, do you have any advice? Do you know the story of the warrior who fought at Fort Hateno? You could say that. Yeah, I am the dude. Yeah. Wait, what? You don't give up, do you? Really? Oh, really? Yeah, he's not giving up this time. Can you follow me in here? No, he vanishes. Like, once I step here, he vanishes. Is he like a recurring thing? You just apparated out of nowhere. I was supposed to have stopped the game. God damn it. Breath of the Wild, please. Please, just have nothing going on for a moment. And let me have a moment to stop. See you later.